Hey y'all, this is going to be my Sukkot 2018 after action report. So, what is Sukkot? Leviticus 23 in your Bible. It is the Feast of Tabernacles. Leviticus 23:33. You can read about it if you're interested in that. Basically, we're supposed to dwell in booths for 7 days. And then the 8th day, today, is the last great day. It's all in here. If you're interested in that part, you're more than welcome. I mean, I encourage you to read it. There's a little important statement in there that says it's to be in a feast or a, let me find it. It's supposed to be, this is to be a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. So basically forever. It's part of the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, the law in English. All that being said, we slept in tents in our tabernacles for a week. It was interesting from a prepping standpoint and from a biblical standpoint. A lot of our conversations that we had, it seemed like they would come around in circles. We met with a couple of different groups, and oddly enough, some of the conversations that we had as a group, also other groups either had been talking about and they came around in our conversation. That's it's an interesting thing. I'll move on and go to the prepping side or the camping side of this. What did I do? I had a 3-man hooligan tent. A lot of the cheaper tents, the Ozark Trail tents type stuff, the stuff you get at Walmart, they're okay for going weekend camping. But man, if you're gonna spend a week in the woods, and it's gonna be like it was last week with some rain and some sunshine in between, you want a good tent. I was very happy with my hooligan tent. I'd purchased it for a trip before, but it was too small for me and my family. So I decided that I would just hang on to it because, hey, I already paid for it. I slept in it by myself, plenty of room for me, and it kept me dry. It rained the first couple of days, and it was a huge blessing. It was an excellent tent. It was not exactly cold every night. It did cool down about Wednesday, and that was nice. I'm a snuggler. I like to sleep in cold weather and snuggle with my blankets or with my sleeping bag. And my sleeping bag in this case definitely came in handy on Wednesday and Thursday night. Ice, we had to go get ice. Ice is a thing. My ice chest did a great job. My ice did melt. I have one of those Maker Mark ice chests, and one of the things we discussed on just a little gear thing was that I enjoy my ice chest because it's got wheels. I mean, I know it's not a Yeti. I'm not paying for a Yeti. That's ridiculous. The Maker's Mark one was not cheap, but I don't remember what it was. It was over $100, I think. But it has wheels and it has a retractable handle. It's a 50 quart. It's pretty tough. It's been beat up on a little bit. I was proud of it. It kept my stuff cold all week. I did have to feed it ice on occasion. The water where the ice melted was extremely cold, but if you're staying in an ice chest out of a week, you don't want all your stuff to get wet and soggy. So to me, it was easier to drain the water, throw another bag of ice in there. We were fortunate enough to have one of those great big ice places where you can go get 10-20 pounds of ice for cheap, not too far away from where we were staying. Fruit pep stuff. I was with some friends. To be honest, I took a 2-burner stove and I took a little grill that's been passed down from my family, from my father to me, and it was great. My buddy Gordon, he took his 2-burner, and it's a lot nicer than my 2-burner, and he used it quite a bit. Morning coffee, morning hot chocolate. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a hot chocolate kind of guy. Kid at heart, I guess. We used it mostly. Gordon did a lot of cooking rice and beans, which was delicious. He's got great rice and beans. I wish everybody could be blessed with just eating his rice and beans. They're really good. Gordon brought a lamb that was quartered up for us, and it was delicious. Basically, there were 3 families involved, and we just kind of pitched in every meal when we could. A few lunches were kind of fend for yourself, which was fine. I had actually packed to fend for myself the whole time. We had plenty of food, is what I'm getting at. And we didn't eat as much as we thought we were going to eat. Everybody throwing in a little bit. And we ate less food as a group than what I would have expected, to be honest. What else did we do? We drank some wine. We drank some mead. Gordon also makes homemade mead. Honey mead. It is so good. We did a lot of fellowship. We did some reading. We read every day. That goes along with the Sukkot part and with the biblical part. It was it's good. It's good for me, and for me looking for the Lord, looking for the right path. But that's not everybody's interest. That's gonna bleed over. If I decide to go with this channel, looking at myself, talking to myself is weird. But if I decide to run on with this channel, I know that the Lord, Yahweh, and Yeshua, Jesus, are going to bleed into my videos, because I do believe this. It is a strong conviction with me, and it is it's just going to be how I live and who I am. Back to the camping for 7 days. My friend, my buddy TJ, he put up I believe it was a 20 by 24 tarp. He did a great job of rigging it up, and he took some fence posts to spread it out. He took some T-posts and set them out, and basically tied the eyelets out to make us a longhouse, is what we call it, a Viking longhouse. So it was where we hung out a lot, especially when it was wet outside. We burned a fire every day. We cut firewood most of every day, except for the days where we were not supposed to do any work. And for fun, for hanging out purposes, what do you do for 7 days? You hang out, you fellowship, but there's things that can be done if you want to do some stuff. We had a couple of days. I took some tools, and we cut some wood, and we split some wood, and we had a good time. I mean, I think I've probably put 6 hours in all week long, and probably the better part of a cord we busted up and split in 6 hours. So I'll probably post something to me and Gordon. We were doing a little splitting for Grandma, the lady who owned the property where we were splitting the wood at. We wanted to bless her and help her out, and so it was convicted on me that we needed to do that for her, and we did. And then, I don't want credit for it. I'm not looking for that, but man, my message there is help people. It helps you to help people in here, in my opinion. What else did we do? Man, we had fun. That's about it. We didn't do a lot. We did some traveling and some field trips. That's another story for another time. They were great for me. They were great for the whole group that we were with. Basically just enjoying being out in nature. And man, that's it. I was so very thankful for the week that I've had. I missed my wife and children. They had school and work they had to attend to, but it was hard to leave. And if for some reason, PJ, you watched this video, man, you were a blessing. Everything you did for us. It may seem like nothing, but it was what we needed to hear. It was the things we talked about and the things that we learned. They were good for me, and I know that they were good for other people in our group too. So, man, this is way more than I expected it to be, length time-wise. I guess that's all I can really think of. We got to do some comm work on the way to where we went. Talk to each other on the radios. That was fun. It was good. I had some car troubles, and it really turned out to be nothing. I guess we were blessed. It turned out to be pretty simple thing. I got home with no problems, even pulling the trailer with the wood splitter and stuff on it. So yeah, that's about it, man. 7 days in the woods with my friends. It was pretty terrific. I feel blessed to have gotten to do it. And man, look at it. I mean, it's here. If you really want to know, it's all right here. So bless you and your family, and y'all have a good one. Just a oh, it don't work when you cover it up. Just a whoa, slow down, Hobie. Just a correction on myself. I said Maker's Mark. I don't drink Maker's Mark. It's a Member's Mark from Sam's Club, I believe, is what my ice chest is. The 50 quart. It's a good one. What I was going for there was, a lot of the Yetis, they don't have wheels unless you buy a really big one. We as a family, we like to canoe, and we like to camp. We're outdoorsy-ish. So yeah, I have a Member's Mark ice chest with wheels, and I prefer it because it's easy to move around, and it's heavy when you fill it up with stuff. Some other stuff we did, and I don't know if I'll be able to edit these together. I'm totally new at this. We did some reviews on another channel, and we did some other videos and some Patreon stuff for Squid and Bear. What else did we do? I guess that's about it. My mind's not working this morning. I guess I should try drinking coffee. And it's a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful day every day this week. Every day last week. I guess that's it. Alright, y'all have a good one.